I'm back. Today we are making chicken pot pie. One of my children, Brandon, has been craving it, reminded me I hadn't made it in ages, so this is how we do it. The first step, I have this pot heating, and since I'm going to use some of this for flavor, what I'm doing is adding a package of bacon to crisp up nicely. I'm not necessarily going to add the bacon to the dish, but you can. But I'm going to use the bacon flavor from the bacon fat to start cooking the rest of the dish. So I will lay this out, I'll let this cook, and I'll come back and show you the next step. Bacon is done. I have my bacon fat. That will be flavor, so layering flavors in here. The next step is to cook some of the vegetables. I have carrots, celery, onion, and red peppers. Probably one really big onion, 2 or 3 stalks of celery, 2 or 3 of carrots, and 1 red pepper. I'm gonna let this cook for a minute before I add my garlic because I don't want the garlic to burn, and I'll season this with salt and pepper. Did I show you, my friends? Here's one. Where's the other? Can we see the other? There she is. They're waiting. It's not like they don't get spoiled rotten. But they know something good's coming in the kitchen. Okay, still stirring. These are starting to sweat a little bit and soften. I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic now. Probably one of these big fat teaspoons. That's not a measuring teaspoon, that's an easy teaspoon. So, stir this and keep going. So I have taken out the vegetables, and the next step is to add the chicken. I may have to add more fat. If I do, that will be butter or olive oil. For now, I'm just adding the chicken. I may have to cook it in batches. Salt, pepper, thyme, brown it nicely, and I'll be back. So chicken is done, out. It's in my pan with the vegetables, and I deglaze next. So this is chicken stock. So you know the drill. Stir up all the little bits on the bottom. I'm gonna put the entire thing in here. As soon as I know all of those bits are up, then we will add back our chicken and vegetables and continue to cook. So I think that's pretty good. I'll just add the rest of this first. Okay, there's a little bit more. Now I'll add back the chicken and the vegetables. Let's try this slowly. Ooh, yummy. Because it's me, I'm gonna add a big heaping scoop of this chicken better than bouillon. And I think a big. Let's see. There. So most of it. Now the next step will be just to stir this, get it to a boil, cover it, and simmer it for a while. That was really good already. Okay. So boil, cover, simmer, and then I'll be back. So we're back. It's just been cooking, simmering, having the flavors of all the different ingredients blend together. We're getting close to wrapping it up. First I'm gonna add corn. This is fire roasted. I just have 2 cans. I usually like to buy frozen mixed vegetables, but didn't find that today. And I don't have peas, so I'm adding edamame. That might be weird. But I love edamame, so I'll eat it. I'll add this whole package. So this basically has tons of vegetables and protein. I'm going to stir this and let this continue to cook and warm. Then we'll thicken it to get it ready for little containers here. Rather than one big pot pie, I'm going to make smaller ones with little ramekins and little soup balls. So I'm going to cover this and let this cook, and then we'll be back and I'll show you more. If you're hearing something in the background, it's golf. The TPC in Jacksonville, which I'm enjoying watching. It's bringing back memories of Ponte Vedra. As I was tasting it, it's delicious, but what it might be better with is just a little touch of brightness, like a bright acidity from tomato paste. So I'm just gonna put in a squirt, like a tablespoon or two, and we'll keep going. So we're rooting for Scheffler and McIlroy out there. William has Scheffler's autograph. That's pretty cool. At any rate, love PB. It's great. Okay, so I am getting this to boil again. I'll probably take out this bay leaf. I don't want this in anybody's pot pie. Now I need to thicken it, and I don't use cream, but I have about a quarter cup of water, 2 big dinner tablespoons full of cornstarch. So that's going to go in here, and as it boils, we'll stir. That is the thickener. We'll get this nice and thick, saucy pot pie-y. So I'll stir as this boils to get this to thicken, and then we'll come back and we'll put it all together. One thing I forgot to mention, I usually deglaze with wine. I didn't have wine at the time, so I used the chicken stock. But I usually like to add in another flavor. So normally I just buy a white wine, Pouilly-Fuissé, something that's Sauvignon Blanc. That's what it is, if I can. In this case, Ashley brought Chardonnay. It's pretty good, it's pretty sweet. Francis Ford Coppola. So I put in about a half a cup of this while it was simmering, just to cook down the alcohol and to add that extra layer. So I just wanted to be transparent, let you know. So this is boiling, thickening. It's beautiful, reducing a little bit. You could probably add the bacon back in there if you wanted to. I'm not going to. So I think I'm just going to turn this off, and I will start putting them together with my puff pastries. Okay, so I have evenly divided the mixture into my bowls, and now I have the puff pastry, and I'm just going to lay that right on the top. I may have more puff pastries than I need. We'll see. Put this really fat one here. I think I do, but that's okay. And one last one. Now, next step for me, I'm just going to make a little slit in the middle so it can steam. That probably didn't need it. And I have an egg wash. I'm just going to take a little tiny egg wash right on the top. If I can do this evenly. There's that cute. Okay. Little egg wash on top. And then we will bake these at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. And then come back and look at the final product. Quick preview. Doesn't that look good? It's hot. We're gonna have to let it cool down a minute. We'll be right back. Okay, first bite.
A little bit of the upslope before it got to this level.
Delicious.
Albert Baum, Wyndham Clark.
Just 179, back into about a 15 mile an hour breeze. This 7 hours.
It's awesome. It's better than anything else. Any other type of chicken.
Very good.